Hey guys, the Explorer of Horror here, the Horror Boy. Welcome back to some more reviews, and today we're going to be getting to another Lucio Fulci film. This is a film that I've discussed once before, but the review quality was pretty bad, plus I had to rush it out because back in the day I did a video series called The Week of the Dead, which was basically a week of zombie movie reviews. I don't do the series anymore because it was a lot of work. And anymore, if I try to take 1 week and do videos every single day of the week, it's very, very hard to do that nowadays. But um, I basically did that back then, and I reviewed this movie. But I wanted to re-review it because I've reviewed a lot of Lucio Fulci movies recently: The Beyond, City of the Living Dead, House by the Cemetery, and if I'm going to be touching on those movies, I should go back and re-review one of my favorite zombie movies of all time. And I'd given this movie a review before, and it was literally like a perfect review from me. I put so much energy and time into that video, and it came out great, but unfortunately, the camera glitched and there was no audio. So hopefully this time there's audio and everything's okay to upload, because last time I did this review, the video pretty much was ruined because of the audio not being good. But to talk about Lucio Fulci's Zombie, which is a 1979 film, gets a 6.9 on IMDb, and like I said, directed by Lucio Fulci. This movie, I love it a lot. It's just easily one of the best Italian horror films out there. I really adore this movie. And I must say, if you're a fan of Zombie, this Blu-ray is amazing. There's like a lot of additions to this movie out there. There is a lot of additions. And luckily, most of the additions are very affordable. But this I got for like maybe $10, $12. Very, very solid deal on this Blu-ray. Blue Underground Blu-ray, which they also have DVDs of this movie. But if you're a fan of this movie, I recommend this Blu-ray a lot. This Blu-ray looks great, sounds great, has the features, has the commentary, TV spots, radio spots, poster and still gallery. You even have an intro by Guillermo. I cannot say the name. Guillermo del Toro, the director of Blade 2, Pan's Labyrinth. Plenty of these movies that are great films. Actually, really a big fan of the director. I believe he did that one. Was it The Shape of Water? I can't remember. I really can't remember. It was. I think it's Girl. I cannot say his first name. Guillermo del Toro. So he has an intro at the beginning of this. You have disc 2, which is just loaded. I mean, if I can get it on camera, look at all those features. All those features on disc 2. And it starts down here. So all of that, which is interviews and stuff, all of this, which is interviews, behind the scenes, featurettes, tons and tons of stuff. But, so yeah, perfect Blu-ray in my opinion. Great pick. If you're wanting to get this on high definition, just great addition. But this movie, of course, is very infamous for having multiple titles. There's Zombie 2, which is spelled Zombi, then 2. Then there's Zombie Flesh Eaters. There's a couple other ones as well, but those are like the main ones. And people are always wondering, why is it that this is called Zombie 2, and they have Zombie 3, 4, and 5, but they don't have a Zombie 1? Well, they do have a Zombie 1, but it's called Dawn of the Dead. Because over in Europe, when Dawn of the Dead came out over there, it was Zombie. Zombi. And that was how it was marketed over there. It wasn't marketed as Dawn of the Dead. So when this movie came out, it was marketed to be more of the sequel to Dawn of the Dead, which it really isn't. It doesn't have anything to do with Dawn of the Dead, but at the time, that happened a lot in the Italian film market, where they would title movies unofficial sequels to these other movies and try to make more money off of it. It was done a lot back then. You also have a Cannibal Holocaust 2 and a Cannibal Ferox 2, and I think there's even a Cannibal Ferox 3, if I'm not mistaken. There's those. And this does have sequels. Zombie 3, which was actually made by Lucio Fulci. And I heard it was pretty bad. But it has an awesome looking poster. So yeah. Zombie 4, After Death, which again, I've heard bad things about. And then Zombie 5, Killing Birds, which is another one of those movies I heard nothing bad things about. But they all have cool looking posters. But yeah. One day though, I actually do want to give those movies a shot because I did hear nothing but bad things, but I just wanted to just give them a shot. Plus, you can find a box set of Zombie 3, 4, and 5 for like $6. It's a box set, has those 3 movies. And then I think the second box set has 3 of the Blind Dead movies, which is another franchise out there. But this movie is just amazing. The plot is very basic. A ship washes up in the New York harbor. Nobody knows where it's from. Nobody knows who's on board. So these police officers get on board, check it out. One of them gets bit by a zombie. And the other one shoots the zombie. It falls into the water. And I love this shot because it's very ominous. But when the zombie is shot into the water, you see a slow pan up to the city and this like droning music. And I'm like, that's a cool, just a very, very simple shot, but I thought it was very cool looking. Because it makes you wonder, okay, you know, the zombies are now here. What's going to happen to the city? And actually, that comes into play later on in the movie. But, and actually, you see the one of the police officers go to the morgue, the one that got bit, and you see the sheet move. So it's a very creepy scene because you think, oh, the body's moving. He's going to turn into a zombie. And the rest of the movie, pretty much this girl knows that her father had that boat and she wants to figure out what's going on. Tisa Farrow, who I thought was a wonderful actress in this movie. I'm pretty sure she's been in other movies that I've seen because that name sounds familiar. You also have Ian McGellick, who is wonderful in this movie, playing Peter West, who's a reporter. And he's trying to figure out what's going on as well. You also have Richard Johnson playing Dr. Menard, who Richard Johnson's a great actor. Al Cliver, Aretta Gay, Stefina D'Amario, which actually that's like a side character, but the main characters are Tisa Farrow, Ian McGillick, Richard Johnson, Al Cliver, and Aretta Gay. All good actors, good leads, and good characters, and they all had some decent chemistry together. And Peter West, like I said, this reporter, he's trying to figure out what happened, why this boat washed up, what happened with the whole situation where the guy got bit and died. And they both agreed to go to this island where her father was last at, where her father went. So they go to this island, and when they get there, they find this doctor, and they also find that there's this virus on this island, and there are zombies on the island. And the zombies pretty much take over this little area of survivors that are left, and they got to figure out how to get out of there. And I really thought it was a solid plot. It goes through very fast-paced. Not really any slow moments for me. Some iconic scenes in there. And again, the acting is decent. The gore scenes I thought were very cool. You have some really classic, iconic scenes in this movie. One of them is the zombie versus shark scene, which is a real stuntman and a real shark filmed under the water, and somehow the makeup doesn't get ruined. I mean, it looks a little weird, like kind of floats, but doesn't really ruin the effect. But the zombie fights the shark, and the shark rips its arm off. And even the zombie rips a piece of the shark out, and they're just kind of having a little fight under the water. Filmed beautifully. The music was great. Shot very, very well. Just a great sequence there. Classic scene that today would be done with CGI. But this, I gotta commend them because it was a real stunt actor and a shark doing that scene. That was awesome. You also have a great scene where this chick gets her eyeball pushed into a splinter slowly. No cuts, no fast editing. You see it slowly penetrate her eye and then break off, and it has a little splinter in her eye. That was a very well done effect. And even later on, you just see her ripped to pieces. It's just a great looking effect. Some great gore there. You have a classic scene where the cemetery scene where all the zombies rise out of the ground, and there's this zombie, which is a really awesome look for the zombie, classic look for that zombie, and he bites one of the characters and just takes a chunk out of her neck, and fountains of blood squirts out. Really, really solid looking effect. And they get out of there, and even one of the guys smashes that zombie's head in, and the head just explodes into a gory mess. I also enjoyed the opening shot where this body rises, gets shot in the head, then you have that line, "The boat can leave now. Tell the crew." And you find out that's later on in the movie when they're all leaving the island. And, of course, when they're trying to get off the island, one of the guys gets bit by the girl who got bit by this zombie. And they lock him in the bottom of this boat, and he turns into a zombie. And they're on their way back to New York, and they hear a broadcast saying that, there are people everywhere and zombies everywhere. And they get there, and you see a great opening shot of the Brooklyn Bridge and zombies on it. Great looking shot. Was a beautiful looking shot. And the movie ends on that shot, actually. And I thought it was just such a cool looking ending scene. And it must have been a headache to get that scene, because you gotta think, the Brooklyn Bridge during the morning hours, broad daylight, you can even see traffic going by, very, very busy time of day, and they managed to get a horde of zombies on the bridge. That must have been a very hard shot to pull off, so I gotta respect that. That's just very, very well done shot. But yeah, the gore looks very solid. The direction is very well done. I love the jungle setting. It has a great tropical vibe to it. The score I really enjoyed. I want to see who did the score to this movie, because I really enjoyed it. Fabio Frizzi and Giorgio Tucci. I'm horrible at saying names, but Fabio Frizzi, I know for sure. I've seen his name pop up plenty of times with Italian horror films. Great composer. The music sounds amazing. The opening theme song. Dun, 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 dun. Just easily one of my favorite horror movie theme songs of all time. And I love the score throughout. A lot of usage of drums and tropical instruments, and very, very cool sounding score. So the music is very well done. It's very well directed. It's very well shot. Iconic scenes. Overall, Zombie is a classic, and if you haven't seen it yet, I really, really recommend that you see it. It's just a masterpiece of a film. Really, really love Zombie. But yeah. Anyways, let's cross our fingers and hope the audio is okay so I can get this video up for you guys. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this movie in the comments below. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know. I'm going to give it it's going to sound ridiculous, but I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. It is just a wonderful film that I love a lot. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. The Explorer of Horror is out. I'll see you guys later. Bye.